Hey everyone, SpeeDMan here. Welcome to this episode of Let's Play Coupe. So we're going to get some work done here with a couple things. First, we are going to try to do our best to get rid of this problem. This is an issue, but we can actually kind of get started on doing a good bit of damage. Try to eliminate some of these threats fairly quickly. Next turn we get another quadrireme, so that'll really help us along with just kind of getting a couple more kills, at least a few turns faster. So that's good. I'm going to make my way up north, try to do some exploration. I'm going to go ahead and head here and do that. There we go. That is an excellent 4-2-1 tile. And then let's see here. What needs to move? You can go over this way. I want to go ahead and do some charges in that area, just for the sake of information. It would help us for sure. We are in a bit of a predicament here with this group of enemies, so I have to at least try to get rid of some stuff. You can kind of just heal up for the time being, I suppose, because there's not really a whole heck of a lot I could otherwise do. And there we go. We can go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. Another attack there. Have a promotion available, which is perfect. That's going to go ahead and basically get us a very much needed recovery for that unit. What we could do is then explore around here, check out what else is around this area. We have about 12 turns left of this, so we do have some utility remaining, but it's not going to be very much left. So at this point, we have gotten most of the utility we want out of these builders. So what I might do is I'll just go ahead and head over here to Kapiti, and then do one charge there, and then to one of our other cities here, maybe just like around here, just do a singular lumber mill. That way we get the boost for mass production. I'm going to go ahead and get Apadana going. That actually would be a pretty good build for us. Can only be made in our capital, of course, but the thing is Apadana is going to give us a couple envoys, and then any other wonder that we eventually get around to building is going to be fairly good. Our capital is going to be pretty good for a while. It's going to eventually cap out at probably around 15 population, so I would say there's a point where we can't really do too much more. Alright, we are at 420 gold, so I have a decent amount of gold right now, so that's not too bad. It does cost a pretty good amount to get some of this other stuff done. Getting these lighthouses done as well will be good. That's the big priority, is just getting a lot of population, because once we start developing more population pressure, it'll be easier, basically much easier for us to eventually start capturing some of these other areas around us, thus increasing the overall pressure potential of the area. We have a lot of stuff that has been weakened pretty heavily. We're going to go ahead and just get rid of those major threats. Capital is now actually pretty safe, so we're in a good spot there, so I'm happy with that. What I'm going to be doing, though, as well, is just kind of hold position for a little longer. I am going to wait until I am able to buy the military again, and the reason I want to do that is so I can take these two catapults and actually start taking them in and attacking these cities. They will take a little bit of work. They have ancient walls in a couple of cities, or actually a few of these cities, but for example, like this little city here, this won't be too much of a threat for us to take, so I eventually will want to get started on that. Let's see here. We are 11 turns away from losing Susan, or not Susan T, but the levy here. Okay, so the next couple turns, it's looking like we're going to be in a good position to get started with the war, so I've already got that denouncement that's been made, so it's, let's see, 18 more turns, so we got plenty of time. What I will be doing is Casus Belli and then the formal war. Unfortunately, though, Wilhelmina is going to be having more grievances, so it's going to be a bit of a tricky situation. We can see quite a few votes came in, so unfortunately that puts us in a bit of a trickier spot. If I chose a monitor, that may have potentially changed it, because it would have been 3-3, but it is what it is. Can't really go back and undo that. We are now also in a position where we can go ahead and taper off of that. I would say next, we're eventually going to need to go up, and like, for example, if we want to do this stuff, we're going to have to do a bunch of other things. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Obviously, I'm going to have to build this the hard way, because obviously we're not building any campuses this game, but that'll also be important. So we can utilize that as a means for us to kind of checkpoint ourselves and kind of see where we're at. Okay, there we go. And then what we're going to do is immediately take you over to this position. I'm going to stay fortified for now, just to make sure that's protected. Now we declare the war. So, go ahead and get started. Should be able to do quite a nice amount of damage. I am going to try to take units over and try to see if we could do a siege. I don't know if it's going to work, but I do want to try to do that just to keep it from healing. That is going to hurt a pretty good amount, so if they don't get hit too hard, then I'll just pull them back and be able to have a safer position. But this will definitely help for sure. Make some quick cash there. That's perfect. What we'll do is just keep these units ready. We'll keep them kind of pushed into this position here. I hope that these catapults will do a little bit of damage to the enemies, because if we can get potentially a level up a little early, that might actually save us a lot of tempo. You are going to pull back. Do not want that unit dying. Have that available. That would be a grave mistake, so I'm going to keep you protected. Have you cycle around. They're going to attack, that's fine. And since we're starting to actually, like, develop control over the area, what that's going to do is just going to make it easier for us to get to a point where... Good, that's getting a promotion. Excellent. Basically get to a point where we can actually start really handling a lot of these units pretty quickly. I want to heal up a little bit more. I want to heal up a bit more before I do anything, because that SpeeDMan could hurt. Let me see how much damage I would do. I would be able to kill it, but if it attacked me when I was weaker, if I were weaker, that would potentially kill that knight, which would be bad news bears, as you know. So... There we go. Negative 16.7, so let's see here. That is going to go disloyal pretty quickly, but at least that city isn't going to be a long-term issue, so that's good. I think I have an idea for how I can make this work. So Victor would come in, and then what we could do is I can honestly live without the Admiral points for the time being. What I'm going to do is take that and put that on, and that should... Negative 2.2. Excellent. That honestly, that's plenty of time for us. That is plenty of time for us, so... Excellent. Bring in the backup. That backup unit is actually going to help a bunch, because I can clear some of these galleys out a lot more easily and safely, because I won't have to worry about it basically ending up just getting, like, pummeled. That's going to be good for our economy, but it's not going to be good for our navy, unfortunately. Which is fine. Eventually, though, once we get set up here, like, cartography, we can set up with the caravel. The caravels will be very, very good. But it's not going to be something we can really get value out of for a little bit. Not that long, but it's just for a little while. We are at 4 population in the city by a nice bit now, so we have a couple options. I'm going to go ahead and get that moving along. I'm going to keep this knight here until I can secure another city, because I do not want to be losing the loyalty, or at least potentially bring this unit over, and then I'll be okay. But I need to kind of clear this area out a little bit. I don't want to be losing that. Let's heal them up for a turn. Should be able to kill that, as we did. Good. Put that over here. Go up. Good, that is the last of the barbarian threat in that region, so that covers the bases for us. So I'm really happy now. That makes this area much safer. Now, what we could do is focus on guilds, and then eventually what we could do is make some decisions on what we're going to go for next. Mercantilism will be good, because what we could see here with Coupe is, let's see here, additional +1 production for mercantilism. That'll help us, and then long-term eventually get to conservation, which will give us +2. So throughout our empire, we'll have a lot of like just unimproved land that can eventually give us an additional production. So it'll actually start to form a pretty good amount of benefits. First things first. Kill that off. That quadrireme is going to end up just long term being a problem if we weren't going to deal with it, so I'll happily get out of the way just to protect ourselves. I'll actually wait a little bit. We'll have to right away go for that. And that officially eliminates the barbarian threat in that island. That is super good for us, though. Let's see here. We have ourselves another trader available. Well, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and just get that temple up and running. That way we can get that benefit moving along. Now let's go ahead and consider what else we can get going here. That's actually going to be good for us. That's going to give us a nice amount of benefits all around. I'm just trying to kite this back. Even if they kind of come at us, it's going to be fairly safe, so I'm not really too concerned. The city shouldn't be losing too much more loyalty. Ooh, naval units to move over ocean tiles. So that, I mean, that's not a big deal. Medieval and Renaissance damage, not bad. Sight range is also good. I keep bringing more military units, so we actually have a decent sized military. I mean, this is not bad for us. There we go. Exploration. So that is going to be very nice. That boosts, basically gives us a much easier time to try to get Merchant Republic, which is the next thing we're going to be going for. That's going to be a good way for us to continue shoring up our gold economy, because again, why have to worry about hard building stuff when you could just buy stuff? It's very sound logic in the eyes of Civilization 6. You're now on my sights. I've got you locked on. Good. I can start attacking this directly, which is going to give us a huge benefit. This city is plenty loyal now. I'm very happy now. This city can actually grow. Once it gets another population, we're going to be in a really good spot. That's good. We're getting more and more population in a lot of these cities, which is displaying a significant amount of loyalty pressure into this area. So that's good. What I'm going to do is eventually set up a nice little city here. And then set that up right there. And that looks super good. That is... You know what? Actually, no. I'll settle there. It's going to have a little bit slower growth, but I have access to a significant amount of... Wait, let me just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, yeah, that's a lot. That is 8 solid fishing boat, potentially, tiles that I could work. Yeah, 100% I'm going to be working on getting a city up and running in that area. So once we are in the next era, I'm going to go ahead and just simply quickly buy a settler with some faith. And then we'll just go ahead and wrap around over here and just pop that settler there and get started on that city. That city will be a fantastic growth city. So what we'll do is we'll just buy that, purchase that, and then we'll be good to go. And then we'll basically just start having significant control of most of these areas.
A vast tomb.
Awesome, there's Mausoleum. That's huge. So look at all the value here that we just gained. So that is a massive amount of extra science output. So that basically puts us up to 47, 47. That's big. That's a lot of extra culture, it's a lot of extra faith, and that's a lot of extra science. And that's only going to be improved because of that Pangala promotion that those promotions that I did earlier. So again, just these positions here are continuing to aid me and develop what I want. We're going to be picking up for the most part. So that's pretty nice for us. Too much about that. Really just developing my economy before I try to develop our culture. It is going to be the big play, because we can then just basically work on getting these theater squares, and eventually we'll have enough gold. Like, look at, we have a lot of gold, but like, for example, the fact that we get 212 right now per turn is a lot, and the fact that we can get even more than that is even better. Yeah, 3,100 gold. So we are A-okay. We are A-okay. Alright. 3,300 gold and just under 220 per turn, so we are looking great. I'm gonna go ahead and use this as a bait. See if they come over and go for that, because if they do, the AI is not only, well, unfortunately going to be making a very dumb decision. I'm gonna keep that there, so that way it's supporting all of my units. And this looks pretty good. Let's see what that does for us. That gets hurt. He took the bait. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Awesome. So that city gets taken. What we'll do is, Victor, you can go over to Utrecht. That way we have access to that city. So that's good. We're now in a pretty good spot there. And we also get a free campus. Again, we're not doing any campuses, so we can't make a campus. But if we were to take a campus, like take a city with a campus, that is allowed. So this does allow us to actually start getting a little bit of great scientist points, so it's not too bad. While I'm at it, I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of think about what we have available to us. Monument repair would be good. It would give us a touch of extra loyalty. Theater Square got done. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and let's see here. We're going to do that. That is going to boost our culture even more. So we'll see that this is going to allow us to continue developing our culture and faith output. Even if it's not much, it's going to be a nice little boost nonetheless. This has been a fantastic episode. We have gotten quite a bit of progress. We have taken a couple cities. We have weakened this one here. This could be the project for the next episode. I'm very happy with this position. Got another 18 turns here. But if you did enjoy watching this video, I'd like to ask you to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel in this series. SpeeDMan out.